Happy Saturday, everyone. Just thought I would check in and talk Halloween strategies. So, Halloween isn't technically the holidays, but it is the beginning of the holidays if you have kids or you just like to wear, sexy secretary or sexy bumblebee or sexy 11 from Stranger Things costumes. So I wanted to show you something as a good example of how I used to be. Okay, so this is one of our Halloween decorations. I didn't decorate this year for Halloween. I'm busy and I put my daughter in charge of it, so it didn't happen. Anyway, this is one of the numerous Halloween decorations we have. It's pretty big. I don't know how much volume I could fit into it. One of, 20 or 30 Halloween things we have in the basement that no one's using. I had a lot of these around the house, full of candy, to decorate with. I would get into it starting about October 1st. I would say it was for the kids, but let's face it, it wasn't. This is an example of how I used to be with sugar, how I used to excuse it, rationalize it, and justify it. I didn't do it this year, not just because I'm busy and made my daughter in charge of it, so it didn't happen. Just consciously chose to stay away from it. I have not had any candy this year. I haven't had any candy corn, any Halloween candy, and I'm still alive. So as far as Halloween strategies for you, a couple of things. I read somewhere that 2/3 of American adults, or American parents I should say, admit to getting into their kids' candy stashes, and the other third, the parents' liars, no. So let's be realistic. Your kids go to bed, you're like, what's going on in the trick-or-treat bag? Now, I could just say don't do it. Just put it down, be a better person. Anyway, so in reality, if you decide you're going to go down that route and steal candy from your babies, then make it something you love, first of all. Have it after a meal, and have something with fat and or protein, ideally, meaning a Snickers, meaning a Mounds bar, something that isn't just straight up high fructose corn syrup. So that excludes gummy stuff. And limit it. 1 or 2, not mounds of wrappers at the end. Yeah, I'm talking to you. We can talk more strategies tomorrow. Secondly, if those of you, or for those of you that have read my book already and have given me a review or have read it partially and haven't, I wanted to give you guys a present. But I wanted to be able to figure out who has read it and who is just interested in gifts. So I have a little bit of a quiz for you. All right, so for those of you that have read my book, this will be really easy to answer. Those of you that have not, you'll be like, what the heck is she talking about this time? All right, here goes. When I talk about breaking up with sugar, I talk about the 2 a.m. booty call with sugar. What the heck am I talking about? What does that mean with sugar? Just IM me, let me know. Intriguing, right? What is she meaning? All right, and lastly, when I decided to do the whole 40 days of food logs with the Kryptonite people, I didn't really realize what I was getting myself into. I thought it would be a great way to show you guys what I eat every day. Didn't understand how swamped and crazy and stressful the next month and a half was going to be in my life. I wasn't anticipating kind of crazy family stuff going on. That's okay though. I'm being honest. I'm putting what I'm eating, or that I'm not really eating my best planned meals that I would advocate for you to be eating. Nevertheless, I did eat pizza at 10:45 last night at Grand Central, standing up in a fancy dress, a cocktail dress. Now, I wanted to talk to you about why that happened. I was really busy yesterday. I was doing my presentation slides. It was one of those, I left the house at 5, too early for dinner, really. Got to the seminar, whatever it was called, around 7 by the time I got to the train station, caught the train, got to the thing, traffic, what have you. there was a break, and all they had was snacks that weren't going to cut it for me. And when I got to Grand Central at 10:15, the only things that were open were restaurants that would have taken an hour, or pizza, or the Shake Shack. And the Shake Shack line would have taken at least an hour. So even that would be my first choice. Sometimes you got to do the best you can with what you have. Now, I didn't go to the Hudson newsstand and get a bag of Honey Roasted Peanuts and a Diet Coke like I would have at other times, because that would have been a nightmare. So, was pizza my dream meal? Of course not. Am I glad I ate it? Yes, because when I got home I didn't need to eat. It, satisfied me. I wasn't starving. I had enough time between eating it and going to sleep that I was able to sleep pretty well. And it was actually pretty good pizza as far as pizza goes. So sometimes those things happen. And I wanted to be honest with you guys that it does happen even to me. So I don't live in this perfect nutritional place where everything is, like Whole Foods and perfect and ideal, and I have this romanticized, idealized food scene happening. No, not at all. Sometimes the chicken's not fully defrosted, and sometimes I don't get a chance to eat dinner for a long, long time. And that's okay, but you need to have strategies for when it does. So that's just what happens to me, and it might happen to you sometime. And you know what? We do the best we can. So have a good Saturday, and I'll catch y'all later.